have the connection to mythology that it does is the question, of course, that I'll be answering in this video. Now, of course, there are bands like Nile, a monarch, Mars, later Bathory, among many other bands that seem to write songs that are strictly on the mythology of a particular culture. It seems that even bands whose music doesn't strictly have to do with mythology have written a song every once in a while at one point about mythology, especially Greco-Roman mythology. Even a tech death band like Immolation, whose song Put My Hand in the Fire, being about the early legendary origins of love, and even a band like Iron Maiden, who has written a song called Flight of Icarus, being two great examples that I myself am able to. And even the bands, it seems, whose music has nothing to do with the mythology of ancient cultures at all, even then with the vocals for, say, death metal bands and even black metal and even at times grindcore, for instance, they seem to sound a lot like what we expect many of the monsters from, say, Greek or Roman mythology, for instance, among the mythology of countless other cultures that sound like. And of course, and even bands who it has nothing to do with mythology at all at times, even written songs that seem to have references to the Dark Ages. Of course, that was taken from the commercial for the 2007 History Channel documentary, The Dark Ages, and where it shows two guys, of course, watching the band Suffocation perform their song Blind Torture Kill, who happen to be, of course, from the same state as Immolation and from the same scene, and how the lyrics for their songs seem to mostly be about anti-religion or religious blasphemy, and obviously what it has to do with, the period it probably seems to have to deal with, would obviously be the medieval era chords. And how also another band called Internally wrote a song called Epic of Barbarity. And I wonder what that's referring to. Oh yeah, I already know. And of course, with Suffocation, for their EP, of course, called Human Ways, or demo called Human Ways, it also has this half deer and half human being, of course, who seems to, of course, look like something out of Norse or Germanic mythology. Oh, indeed, with the love or romance stories in Greek or Roman mythology, for instance, my favorite example being Apollo and Daphne, and of course Apollo being the youngest and most handsome of the gods and being the ideal alpha male going after this young girl nymph named Daphne who wants to remain a virgin, only for Apollo to keep going after her and hunting her down anyway. But that's one how many of the stories that involve, of course, rape, incest, among other things. Of course. Oh, indeed. Many of the other stuff that seems to fit right at home in the development or a slam song for that matter. Basically, you know what else fits well in the lyrics for a slam song? Stuff that refers to either the dinosaurs or horror movies. Ah, so romantic indeed, isn't it? Well, to conclude, indeed it does seem that metal, even the most extreme and heaviest and brutalist of metal, has to do with mythology, that even if there are songs that have nothing to do with mythology whatsoever, that it seems to constantly keep on referring to the ancient and early medieval periods all the time. And that, of course, there is also this Facebook page and a website for it called Heavy Metal and the Classical World, where it mostly promotes bands with mostly ancient history themes or songs that are about the classical world, as well as mythology. And I'll leave a link in the description for that below. And also, when I share my song, Passing Under the Yoke, on the Facebook page for it, indeed, the person who runs it seemed more than happy that I actually wrote a song about the early Republican period as opposed to the Regal era during the founding or the Punic Wars or even the Gallic Wars like many other bands do. And it seems very rarely they do the early Republican period. But yeah, just a shout out to him. But anyway, as usual, thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe to watch more videos on this channel every day.